Capturing the images and atmosphere of Bermuda is the latest assignment for photographer Joe Marvullo. The important visual element is local color, shown both in abstract designs and specific points of interest.
Travel photography breaks down into three categories. The local color, and how to capture what you see, the town or location itself, what that is, and then third is any special points of interest like castles or golf courses or people that inhabit that location. What I try to get on a location is a slice of life, especially in the main tourist areas. In St. George, we were working with local color. We were looking for abstracts and overall views. A tight shot of a person or a wall becomes an abstract. You're isolating them from the entire background, working with light and color. Whereas the overall view is showing them in the area they live in, the environment. You're showing that in two different shots. Very important always to show several points of view. So flavor and capturing it, a graphic, a particular moment in time, these are, in essence, the most important things in travel photography. In the case of this church, it's been photographed just about by anyone who's been to Bermuda, but I wanted to have a very soft, pastel-type picture of it with the shadows of the trees on it, and to give it that old-world feeling. And so I chose two different angles of view. A wide-angle view going up the stairs, showing the entire area around it, and then the close-up of the steeple, and the abstract of the palm tree shadow on the side profile of the church. This is special to this area. A church this old, sitting as it did 400 years ago, and the way it looks in late afternoon light. This is, in essence, capturing a day in the life of a particular town, and in this case, it's St. George. Like on any location shoot, there are some times when the weather doesn't cooperate for half a day, a few hours, and although Bermuda has beautiful sunshine, there was one morning that there were some clouds overhead. Well, that's the time a location photographer spends on doing graphics and close-ups and particulars of points of interest that don't have to have any backgrounds that are important. In this case, we went to the Bermuda Botanical Gardens and started doing photographs of some of these beautiful flowers that they have there, where all we had to do was focus in close and fill in with some strobes to get some extra type of light effects. And bringing a small strobe with you, a flash unit with you, is really bringing your own available light. If you've got light with you, it's available. And we filled in all these different colors and turned the kind of gray morning into a very, very bright, colorful environment. In Bermuda, we were also on assignment for the Bermuda collection, and we were photographing a couple of their hotels, but more specifically, the Pompano Beach Club. And we wanted to capture that, the way it looked, and of course you're on assignment, and you have to make that hotel look as good as possible. Capture the special environment of that hotel. Now, in Bermuda, a unique thing about traveling there is most of these hotels and little resorts are self-contained, with their dinners and their pools and their private beaches. So you're working with a self-contained unit, and you're really trying to absolutely capture the flavor and colorful feel of that particular hotel. And covering the Pompano, we had many different types of colors and architecture to work with for this small little hotel that was situated on a cove. Sometimes I work with professional models on location that we bring down to the location or hire for model agencies there, and other times you work with people that you find there. We're taking pictures of the scenes and local happenings and doing some shots of people, and we noticed you before and want to know if you want to pose for a couple of pictures for us.
Sure.
Okay, sound okay?
Yeah.
We have to have you sign a model release first, you know, just for legal purposes. Of course, when you find your models, you must have a model release, especially if you're doing advertising. That is a must. People sign a model release, and then you're able to use their pictures for any type of advertising purposes. For editorial use, you don't need a model release for basic news stories and things breaking. But it's a protection for the photographer, the model, and the property. Most people are only too willing to sign a release as long as you can give them some pictures and tell them where it's going to be appearing and be totally honest with it, because you are invading their privacy. And this is a case of working with people who were just really starting to be models right then at that time. Although she had experience, both of them together as a unit was something that happened within a half hour of meeting them.
Marvullo's final Bermuda assignment photographed the aircraft and runway operations for Pan Am. Planned shots cover the action from every angle, but occasionally unexpected photo opportunities present themselves.
You have to take advantage of a situation when it breaks. Even if you're on an advertising job, something happens, an event takes place, and you must react to it as a journalist. In our case, while we were photographing the angle of view of the plane with the wide angle, the pilot held up in the front of the cockpit a small infant. He had seen it coming onto the plane with his parents, and he held it up, and I got a photograph of the innocent child in the hands of the worthy pilot. So it was a very dramatic but human photograph.